Hey, I'm Nick from Chick Chick Chick. We got in just a couple days ago. We've been practicing here and just hanging out a bit. Alan was DJing here the other night, and we went out a bit, and it's good. Yeah. I mean, its location is undeniable. It's incredibly beautiful here. But I just showed up, so I really know. But as far as the audience and stuff, but it's a good lineup. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Always been a big Primal Scream fan, and definitely check them out. I like Azealia Banks. So I think she's on around the same time as us, but I'll check her out. And well, we leave tomorrow, so otherwise I would see De La Soul and Claxons, but we're gone. So. Well, we just been writing another one. We finished one. We are mastering it this week, so that's we mastered it a few weeks ago, but we're mastering it again. Just fixed up a few bits and bobs, but yeah. So we've just been working really hard at it. We kind of tried to write faster and work harder and work better. We took a different approach to this one, so I'm kind of excited about it. I feel like each of our records feel like in a lineage from the last one, and it feels like a lot of the things have developed. I mean, but you're always, as if you keep making music, you always kind of become more intrigued by the songwriting aspects of it, and there's more songwriting. It's funkier, it's darker, it's weirder, it's more accessible, it's raw, it's a lot of different things. We pushed everything more. So everything is more of that. So, but I feel like it's gonna be good. Everyone that's heard it really thinks it's one of our best. So it should be good.
When should we be expecting a release?
I think April is what we're looking at.
What do you prefer? Do you prefer the touring side of the business, or do you
I love the balance.
Right.
I mean, I love working hard at home, but kind of like envisioning it. Like, okay, when we take this to the stage, then it's gonna blossom this way. I love it all. I mean, I love both.
Well, let's talk about 2012. What's been your highlight of 2012?
I mean, really just working on the record. I mean, it was just so exciting to be in the studio this time, and I mean, that's the main thing I did this year, and it was a blast. It was really fun.
Yeah. And now you played at South by Southwest as well.
Yeah.
And how was it actually? How did you guys go at South by Southwest?
Well, we played one really crappy corporate gig for a bunch of money that kind of stunk. But then we played the next day. You gotta do what you gotta do. But then we played the next day, some little tiny club, and that was easily one of the best shows we played this year. That was a really good show. It was fun. So.
Because we always get differing opinions about South by Southwest from different musicians.
Yeah.
Some people love it, some people don't.
I think you gotta go in there knowing what it is, and then you can have a really good time. Yeah, it's a lot of hullabaloo and a lot of bullshit, but it's like there's a ton of really good people and really good bands, and if you play your cards right, you can have a great time. I think.
Sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches a bit. And
yeah, and I like how it's set up like that, in that it's different. It's different from something like this, where there's a lot more of like anything can happen there. I think I like it.
Now let's talk about your last tour to Australia. You came down for the Laneway Festival as well.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Australian experience, and then maybe tell us about how you guys went at Laneway.
Well, Laneway was a blast. I thought it was such a great tour. We really had that was when we were like kind of like finishing the Strange Weather album cycle, and then like I went from Laneway to California to start work on the next record. So it was like kind of a rejuvenation period for us, and I felt like that doing that tour really freshened us up, and we really felt alive during that tour. It was just so great to be with all the other bands every night. There's a lot of times when you play just one festival like this, and you kind of like the bands will just eye each other suspiciously across the dressing room halls, and never really get to know each other. And with a tour like that, it's like, well, you're going to be playing with all these bands for a couple of weeks, so you kind of should just drop all the fronts and the egos and stuff. And it's, and really, those are the people that you can relate to more than other people. They've all experienced the same things that you experience, you know, and so and care about the same things. You know, you can make jokes about sitting around at sound checks for 4 hours because they those people understand that, you know. So so it was great. I loved I loved a lot of those bands, and I loved all hanging out with all of them. It was really fun. It was a great sense of, it was like everyone was hugging and kissing on the last night, like, oh, this is just like camp, and you know, it was fun.
I guess what should the audience be expecting at Chick Chick from Chick 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 tonight?
I mean, you know, we're known as one of the best live bands around. You know, it's a physical psychedelic music. You should be able to, you know, you should be able to dance your ass off. You should be able to, you know, just let the music take control. It's a wild ride, I think. I mean, I've never seen us, but this is what I've heard, you know. So.